Hi guys, Frank here from Tiny Plastic Spaceman, here to unbox for you, not actually unbag this time, the Typhon Heavy Siege Tank from Forge World. So this is quite a tidy box. It's quite nice. I think this is about the same size as Games Workshop Land Raider box, so it's just plain white, but it's got this nice, cool, you know, all the logos and stuff on it from Forge World. So let's open the box and dig in. So immediately we see a bunch of bubble wrap, and inside is the familiar Forge World bag. More bubble wrap, and these will be the sides of the tank. So since these aren't bagged up, let's have a close look at these. It's very nice. Does need to be washed. It's a bit, I can feel the mold release, the spray wax or oil or whatever it is that they use. I have noticed this before. This is a bit annoying, I guess would be the word. Don't really like that detail, how you see how between all these, the links of the tracks, this here is fine. You can cut that off with a razor saw, but this here you have to cut it off with a razor saw, file this down or use a Dremel to dig away all the stuff that's in between these links, you know, in sort of a U shape, and then use a file again to round off those shapes. So that's, do understand they need to have a big pouring gate basically, but it would have been nice if they'd been able to somehow put it here or something like, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if that's a minor point or not. It'll depend when we actually get to build it, but yeah. So this will be the other side of the tank. Same thing. Obviously these are mirror images of each other. So you can see how it's going to fit with the body going in between that. If that makes sense. Yep. And here we've got the guide to building resin model kits. If you haven't seen the video that I did specifically about this, it's actually a video series. At the moment, at the time I'm filming this, I've done a complete guide for all the tools and bits that you'll need, and I'll be doing video guides for the checking and cleaning, which is, the checking is kind of what I'm doing in the unboxing videos, but things about the casting gates and trimming, mold lines, shims, that sort of thing, and hot water. So be sure and give that a watch. There'll be links somewhere on the screen here, and that will be very helpful for you if you're not used to using building resin models. Now next is the instructions. So we've got these are the standard Forge World instructions. They basically have complete parts listing down one side, and then a pictorial sort of exploded view kind of all the parts that you get. Oh, okay. So yeah, you start with gluing the tops, back, front, bottom to one side, and then you glue the other side on, then you glue the gun in place. It's fairly straightforward. It's basically just gluing a big box together. And that's it. That's it for the instructions. There's not that many parts to to get to. Let's open up the bag. Got a couple of parts bags inside, so we'll see. These are always the smaller pieces that you get. Then here are the next biggest pieces, shall we say. So here we've got, looks like the top, and what we're doing is we're looking for any bubbles or severe miscasts or anything like that. Minor miscastings we can deal with just with hot water. Oh, I'm not seeing any bubbles at all. And this will be the bottom of the tank. All of these casting gates are easily removed with a razor saw. So it's looking good. Let's open this bag of the next biggest parts. I like to use open them out onto another bag, so all these little pieces of flashing and stuff like that, we can get rid of those easily. So it looks like one of the back pieces. There's the gun. Look at the size of that thing. That's big. You could just crawl inside that. Looks like the casting gate is already taken off for you, or it's just broken off somewhere. Obviously, let's see, I'm not sure, I think it faces this way up or this way up because there's gears there, so I think it's this way up. So you're not going to see those anyway. We'll have to take care of some mold lines. Not a biggie though. This is a piece that would be ripe for miscasting, or not miscasting, but warping. It looks totally fine though. Obviously these parts are just sprues, just to make sure that the material that's down here is able to flow up into here. So yeah, looks really good. Here's the exhaust stack. This might be a similar piece that's on the glaive, which is in another one of the unbagging videos that I've done. You've got various, well, a couple of doors. So those look pretty good. The only thing that's a minor thing, there's a little bit of material that's inside the exhaust stacks, but those can easily be drilled out or just paint over with rust and weathering and mud, and you'll never notice it because it is a tank. It's one of the nice things about doing a tank is, when in doubt, weather it. Put some mud on it. Alright, now the next smallest, well, the next bag is the last bag. All the small pieces. So we've got, yeah, one piece is broken off its casting sprue. It's no problem at all. There's another piece that's broken off. It looks like it'll be this one. Yeah. And there's the driver. Very similar, probably the same exact model that's in the glaive. We just put on a different sprue just for this model, maybe. Some hoses and things. I'm starting to recognize some of some repeat parts, though. You can see them. Looks like magazines for these things, probably. Yeah, looks pretty good. There's no, I mean, even these aren't warped. So that's pretty good. I'd say the quality overall is very, very nice. So that's the Typhon Heavy Tank Heavy Siege Tank unboxing. This time it is actually a box, but there's still bags inside. Usually these are you only get the Forge World models in bags just on their own. So anyway, there we are. That's the Typhon Heavy Siege Tank. We hope you've enjoyed this unboxing. If you have, please give us a like down below. Let us know in the comments what you think. Check out the website at tinyplasticspaceman.com and search for us on Facebook at facebook.com/tinyplasticspaceman. This has been Frank, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.